Taking a look at Alaves, mentioned Alexis in the back with Rodrigo Eli. A lot of changes from last week, the 1-0 loss against Leganés, and a lot of pressure. Iniesta, who will be in the starting lineup today, showing him out there on that left flank, but there are so many possible switches here. We are underway. The blue and white stripes of Alaves moving quickly from right to left. Foot if they wish. There are 5 in the box. Barca back in defense. Ter Stegen leaning near post. It will be Romero looking up into the corner, but a push in the box. It was tapped away and a foul.
Wonderful hit there from Oscar.
Busquets. Now, so many tinkers from Valverde who favored the 4-2-3-1. Wide for Vidal, chips it back. Sergio Roberto with a chance as it spins around Gomez. Inside and clear.
Beautiful ball clipped in there from Sergio Roberto.
Rakitic, Deulofeu, and caught on the doorstep by Pacheco.
As you said, Phil.
But out on that far flank. From a Valverde perspective, it is not Luis Enrique's Barcelona. He likes the width, but it's that Guardiola compactness front to back that's made a return.
Good possession.
Deulofeu turns on his shooting foot.
Talk about Guardiola, and that is a prime example. It seems that under Ernesto Valverde, the possession game has made a reappearance. There's nothing too
amazing how close it is for him perhaps to depart. Messi almost using Sobrino as a springboard.
Beautiful look away from Busquets.
Leans left, tucks it down. Pacheco down quicker.
The shot is really good. It's strong. It's well dealt with. And this is the end. But the real highlight of that movement was Sergi Busquets. Looking away. Expect the unexpected every time. Make the run. He'll find you. Lovely touch.
Good chance pushing forward. Pedraza to his left foot. Shot back post and sliding in Sobrino, and he can't guide it home.
Beautiful ball played on from Pedraza. Drives down. He's got 2 options, the back post or the pullback. When we see this in replay, I think he should have went square here. But he goes for that back post, and the offside flag comes up.
So what they might have been missing, they made up for with intensity and heart. And one of the reasons they were so successful. Deulofeu on the right foot, tucked in, but again Pacheco's there. The question is, if he comes back to this, and then Pellegrino, as you mentioned, did so well that Southampton plucked him away. Nice for Messi, eluding Pedraza. Drags it back to his right. Vidal knew he'd be off, swept inside, blocked by Pacheco, still loose, but they're going to say it crossed the line.
Messi saying it didn't cross the line in its entirety, but it's again squirrel on a telephone wire from Lionel, driving through and taking them on one at a time, emasculating them individually, collectively, and then, man, that doesn't look as if it's out at all, Phil. Well dealt with in the end from Fernando, and he's been down, as I said, by 1,000 passes. Poor giveaway from Piqué.
And now a chance. He's got help and support. If he can find by going forward, Ruben tries to tuck it around Ter Stegen, who makes a brilliant stop.
Well, Piqué fills his pants here and really nearly costs his.
From the sideline, Messi with the left foot into the 6. Trickles all the way through, and there was a pull, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty.
Ball played into a beautiful area from, and confident in his result. Let's take a look. There's the arms around him. How much of it is a pull? The referee has a clear look, and if only, Phil, that was called a little bit more. It's a foul, unquestionably. And you can argue all you like that there's not much of a pull.
Perfect. One denied on the opening shot against Alaves from the spot, and we are still scoreless.
Take a look. There's plenty of pop to it. It's a great save, and sometimes you got to take your hat off, your big sombrero, to this goalkeeper.
Let's see. Eludes, lifts.
Pull back, what a ball.
Right-footed shot from Deulofeu, but 7th save of the opening thing. I doubt it will get that way today.
What a great pass!
Lukaku dropping it to the chest, help in the middle, square! just past the flashing cleats. Oh, so close. Manu Garcia on the doorstep.
What a ball from Mubarak Wakaso on this right side. Throws this absolutely magisterial pass right out of the traps like a greyhound, and he turns the corner, squares it beautifully for Manu. And Alaves were fortunate enough to be in the game in the first half. You could turn that coin around as well and say that Barcelona...
Messi with space, but not quite the accuracy.
Turn that coin around and say that... If you got eyes, man, take a look at this one from Lionel, trying to paint it into that top corner. Again, he's 1 or 2 degrees off of his best games as his spiffy new boots come out.
Interesting names on the bench. Denis Suarez could even put Semedo out there, perhaps, and move players around. But we liked Alcácer. Back wide, Alba drops towards the top. Messi reaches back, grabs it, touch deflected home. It's off of Alexis and in.
He does it his way, and relief all around the Barcelona bench and on the field. It's Lionel as always, but he's a little fortunate here, and he don't care. Again, Messi drives this one home, and the deflection takes it past Fernando Pacheco, I believe, Phil. Wonderful play here from Iniesta. Lovely ball. Cut back from Alba. Pauls hesitates and then strikes, and it comes off Alexis. Wonderful here from Lionel, but it certainly takes that deflection over, and finally there's that release. Messi attacks the ball, and that one's on target either way. It's heading towards the target, but then that bounce takes it over the top of the goalkeeper. No matter which way you look at it, lady, look.
So tackled back by Pedraza into the box, looking for the equalizer. And he had some help.
A wonderful positioning by Gerard Piqué. That's a fine pass, and they've got options here.
3v2.
Centre and back post on.
Alcácer for Messi, but deflected away by Alexis. Still loose. Alexis can't get there. Messi does. And they've doubled their lead, and there's no doubt about this one.
Messi, sharp as vinegar onto this one, and he doesn't need to take a second look. He's onto this as fast as any dog will lick its dish. Messi drives this one home. Paco Alcácer does well in this first opportunity to try to pick him out. And the pass doesn't find Lionel the first time, but it does the second. And Messi capitalizes. Again, there's the pass that was intended, but Mubarak drops this one back, and Alexis dishes it off. And Messi strikes this one beautifully, and he needs help like a fish needs a bicycle. Lionel, he's not even looking.
Messi lifts it up, and it's off the woodwork. Inches away from a hat-trick.
The hesitancy is beautiful, and he drips honey on it to set it up. Valverde shakes his hand, and that one would have been a beautiful hat-trick. Take a look. Dennis sets the table, and then this one just can't drop underneath big white skinny friend who turns out to be... Nice touch.
Flipped on by Santos.
Back post on. Oscar, if he can find him.
Oscar once lifted across. Overhead volley with Oscar flashing in, and Santos coming inches away.
Reading the pass, and then wonderful pirouetting on the ball to set up this counter.
Might not be done. Suarez caresses. Piqué brings it down. Tries to lay it back. Blasted in off of Alexis, and out for yet another corner.
Paulinho arriving late in support of Gerard. Thinks he can turn and spank, but this one maybe should have been turned back to the Brazilian. Take a look. Paulinho asking for it, and then now he's just too focused on the ball. There's that stinger from